name's Lisa, and I've been doing something that you might not agree with. I've been cutting up my magazines. I've got round about 11 years worth. Takes up, I've got those squares, we've all got those IKEA squares in my craft room, and it takes up 3.5, nearly 4 squares of magazines. I'm not going all the way through them to find a pattern, I'm not. So they're just sitting there, heavy and disused. So we're having a big tidy up, and what I've done is I've cut them up and put them in a folder. So I've reduced down 4, what would it be? How many feet? 4 feet, 4.5 foot worth of magazines down to 2 binders. Sorry, I've just banged the thing. Down to 2 binders. But all of these I will either do or have done in the past. This one I have done. I haven't made it into anything. I think I've shown you it, haven't I? I've shown you that one. I won't show you the chart. I'm not allowed to show people the charts. Or are we jiggling a bit too much? You might have to say I'm jiggling too much. I might have to hold it. Hold it. Don't try and be clever. Try and be clever. I will do that one. Should we do this? Will it be interesting? That one I actually bought. I bought the, you know, off the magazine, I bought the chart and the fabric. No, I've got the chart. I bought the fabric and the threads pack. But then when I looked at it, I thought, oh, it's too hard. It's not too hard. But I just got a little bit, oh, it's too hard. So I went off it and I used the fabric and the thread, which is really stupid. But I am going to do that again. I am going to do it because I think it's lovely. See, these are all, I will have a go at making these because now I know where they are. Now I know where the charts are. I can just go to my chart books. Isn't that pretty? That's pretty, isn't it? I'll show you the chart. I know. Oh, you'll have to have a go at me, people, won't you? I don't know any better. Quick. That's lovely. Look at that one. I do remember I wanted to do that, but I just didn't have the time at when that came off, and it just got lost. They just got lost in the ether of everything. I do like autumn stitching. I do like the colours. So I will do that. Look at that one. Now I could do that with any colours in the background, couldn't I? I like that. Yeah. Well, I like all of them, that's why I've kept them. This one I have done. See that? Yeah, I might have it in order, so we might be lucky. I have made that. Nearly enough, look. And again, I bought the fabric and thread pack. Not that there was much thread colours, it was just those two. It's similar because you know I'm not very good at copying, but it ain't bad. It's near enough. I enjoyed making that, and I may well do it again. Because that was fun to make. This is another one. I bought the fabric and thread pack for that, but it was one of those that I've got one on order now, and it's been 6 weeks and it's still not here. This was about 2.5 months it took to come through, and by that time I'd lost the magazine. I couldn't find the magazine with the chart in, so I put the fabric and thread pack to one side. Then I found the magazine, but then I couldn't find the fabric and the thread, so I put the magazine in a safe place. Then I lost the magazine and found the thread, so it never happened. But I reckon we could do that. I think that's gorgeous. We're going to do that, aren't we? Going to do that. I thought that was lovely. We've all got dogs, so we have dogs. Charts. I thought this it's quite a nice alphabet. Well, I'll keep that. I'm not really big on alphabets, but I quite like that one. See, these are accessible, aren't they? I'm going to do it, aren't I? I'm going to make it. Look at that. And they're all easy for me, because I'm not very good at following a chart. These are easy. So I can do this. This one I have done. This was in my, I will pad it and make it into a quilt phase. So I padded it, and it sort of worked, but it didn't quite have the outcome I wanted. And as you see, I used different, because I went to Hobbycraft to get the blue, and they didn't have the blue, so I got the next best thing, which was the green. It was all right, but I am going to do it again with the blue, because I do like that colouring. So I am going to do that again. And I won't have lost her. My throat, my daughter, her tonsillitis has flared back up again. I hope, because I caught her tonsillitis off her, I was out for a week when I was that ill. I hope, isn't that lovely one? I'll do that. I will do that. I will make it. This one I have made. Oh, I loved doing that one. So I wasn't going to throw that chart away just in case I fancied it again. Similar, same but different. You can just see there's all different colours, different placements. Anything I thought was a bit tricky I left out. A little bit different at the top there. Enjoyed that. Possibility of doing that one again. A bit like watching your favourite programme over and over, isn't it? Now, this is another one. I saw this in the magazine. For some reason, I didn't order it. I should have, and I didn't. Then I wanted to make it, and I couldn't find them. Again, I couldn't find the magazine. And it really upset me because I really wanted to do it. Then I saw it in a magazine, so I bought the chart, I bought the kit, the chart, the fabric and the threads, but the fabric came, I'll show you, a different colour. It wasn't as dark as that, and I did it square instead of heart-shaped, and again quilted it because I was in that phase. Not as happy with it as I should be. And then practically as I finished it, I found the book, the magazine with the chart in, so that really annoyed me. But I did enjoy that. I'm going to get some darker thread. See, it's not as dark. It don't ping like it should, the white. I'm going to get some darker thread when it comes up in the magazine, because they sell it individually sometimes, and I will have another go at that. And I won't quilt it this time. Just see how it distorts. I just had it in my mind. Thought I'd give it a go. Didn't work, did it? But I've got to do it. Got to give things a go. Alright, I thought I'd keep that to one side. That's the look. That's see how it pings. Let me show you close up. See, it really pings, doesn't it, off the page on that dark fabric. It's a dinosaur alphabet, and the way we're pushing dinosaurs onto the poor little thing. I'll have a go at that. I like that. Cats. So that's obviously going to be made, isn't it? See, now I'd have to wade through 120 magazines to find that one chart. I was going to buy that, and then something happened, and life went on, and I missed the date. So I know I want to make that. Gonna have to live a long time, aren't I? So that was book 1. This is book 2. I go to the cross stitch bit. See, look, that's the chart I had to buy. But see, even that's got a dark, but that fabric isn't. It's just it looks much darker. But then, don't they do that really annoying computer generated, not actual? It's computer generated. It's not not someone's actually stitched it. That really annoys me. That does. If you're going to sell the kit, at least have someone stitch it. That's me anyway. I did that one. See the strawberries. Some elements I've copied, some elements I haven't. I really enjoyed doing the little gingham with the detail. But I didn't like the border. I didn't think I'd be able to do the border, but I'm not 100% happy with it. So I should really attempt the border. I may well do that again because I did enjoy it. That was fun. But I'll do it again next time. Now, we bring our merry selves to this month's cross stitcher. I like the Jane Austen in that, but there is a bit too much brown for my liking. A bit too much brown. I found this while I was clearing out. This is a plastic chart. Look, it's actually laminated. This was free in the magazine. It's actually a laminated chart. I can have a go at that. I can do that. We'll be doing that. So that was the cross stitch. What one was that out of? This is the cross stitcher May issue, May this year. See, I'd have a go at that, or at least combine. I'd combine. Oh, you having a little scratch? Cat's next to me. I'd at least combine some of the elements. So that'll be. I'm going to carry this on. Because I know what I'll stitch and what I won't. Instead of having these hanging around, after I'm done with them, I'm going to cut them up and put them in here. Much more useful. Because in this month's, they've got that I like, with the little baskets, but I like backstitch, and it's not quite what I want, but I like the little baskets. And in, I can't find the issue of the magazine. See, I can't find the magazine, it's somewhere. They had that in one of the magazines, and I sort of liked that, but I might combine the two into something. See? I did see in the readers page, look at that, somebody's done that cross stitch which I'm about to show you, which I finished, the coastal cross stitch, but they've changed the colours, they've used their own threads. Isn't it lovely? Well done, that person. Who's that person called? Wendy Hall, Solihull, West Midlands. Well done, Wendy. That's cracking. I'm impressed with that, she says. Well, that's my effort, Wendy, but I bought the kit. I weren't as clever as you. I bought the kit. Turned out okay, didn't it? Bit different, but it's all right. Waiting for framing. I'm really pleased with it. I am really, and I corrected. I said to you I wasn't keen on that bit. There was a white, do you remember I said there was a white line I wasn't keen on, so I corrected that. And I've just changed a couple of the colours. I've brought more of this green in. Loved it. Really loved it. So that's done, everybody. Just waiting for framing. So I've got all these magazines, and I won't know what's in that one, so I will be chopping them up. Also, I have had a lot of quilt magazines, because back in 2014 I actually thought I'll be able to do quilts properly. Little did I know, all I want to do is cut them up into squares and cut hexagons. But I'm quite happy. I've come to the realisation that that makes me happy, squares and hexagons. So why shouldn't I? I've tried piecing. I have tried, and I find it frustrating. I don't like the finish when I've done English paper piecing, all the different shapes. I find it stressful trying to get them anywhere near resembling to match. So my hexagons and my squares that I do, I think I'll be doing that for the rest of my life, and I'm quite happy. So I've got a lot of quilt magazines back in the day when I thought I could do it. And they're just sitting there and I'm not going to use them. So this I think I could do. Slow stitch. I can do that and I will do that. I like that. That's going on the wall. That'll fit in with my decor brilliantly. I may do that. But it's toadstools and I blooming love toadstools. So. And it's a happy colour, isn't it? Now, obviously for small sir. Now, I made that square dog out of all the little squares for him. Well, he sort of liked it, but he tried to make it stand up, and it is a 2D effort. And he was trying to make it stand up, and because it wouldn't stand up, he just didn't want to play with it. So that's taught me a lesson. He likes things that stand up. Well, that's a bit difficult, isn't it? Because that's actual proper sewing. So if I want him to enjoy the things I make, I have to make them standing up for him, don't I? So there's some elephants. I think I can do that. We will see, won't we? But I've got that and I've got the cut out for it. I've got elephant. I've got a dog. I think I can do that. It's a bit more technical. I know it don't look technical to people that know what they're doing, but it's a bit... Look, cross stitch. I've been doing cross stitch for 35 years. I know what I'm doing with that. Quilting, I've been doing for 10 years-ish. 10, 11 years. Yeah, 2014. It's 11 years. And after 11 years and 40 quilts, I ain't moving on from hexagons and stuff. I can sort of do sewing, but I'm not very accurate. Bat, I can do that. I quite like spats. Right, now, see how tiddly tiny this is? See, that's my sort of thing. Tiddly tiny, fiddly fiddly, fiddle faddle. They are little tiny elephants and little tiny teddy bears. I can do that. That I can do out of felt. I'm pretty competent with felt, she says. We will see. I am pretty competent with felt. But I don't want to make them for my grandson. I want to make them for this mouse mansion that I'm making. All will be revealed. A teddy, I may make it. But it's got to look like a teddy in it, so it makes it difficult. So look, there's the pattern. It's all there. Now, this is another one. I saw it, wanted to do it, lost the magazine. Found the magazine, but then didn't have any money to buy the felt. Lost the magazine. Bought the felt, found the magazine. Everything was in place. Something happened, didn't do it. That combined with that one. It's not going to be this year, people. It's going to be my project for next year. I have the skills. I have the skills. I can do this. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Next year. I'm not going to pressurise myself. So, that's some fabric. Look, all that. 4 foot of magazine down to that. Usable. I'm very impressed with myself. You see, I've got tabs on there. I used to put them up on my objet shelf above my seasonally, but it is a bit of a bind having to keep bringing them down. I think they've had that every month. I used to put a different one up. Well, I might show you the others. That'll be another video, won't it? I'll show you the other ones. It don't quite work, cross stitch and quilting. I thought I'd be the first person to combine cross stitch and quilting, but it doesn't quite work, does it? That's why no one else has done it. There's a clue. But you've got to try these things. Got to learn by your mistakes, haven't you? You make a lot of mistakes. Loved doing that one. That was so much fun, that was. I loved doing the blossom. I think it looks good, that one. Come out well. Some come out well, some don't, do they? But I've got such a mess. I've brought down most of my, I think it's more or less all of my fabric wise craft stuff, because it's all jumbled up. I went today to town. Sorry, Festa, am I boring you? I just did a big sigh. I went today to town because my lovely fabric shop has closed. I've been back 3 times because I can't carry too much. I've bought enough calico to wrap this house several times. I know you can buy calico anywhere and it's cheap, but you never quite know the quality, do you? And I've bought lots of binder and lots of threads, because I know the quality of the thread. They're cheapy thread that you use for basting. And anyway, it was very sad. There's people in there. One woman, she's going, how much will you give me if I buy you out? Buy you out of this and buy you out of that. It was horrible. It was horrible. So I gave the girls a box of chocolates and said, there you go. That's for all the happy memories. All the happiness you've given me in the past. And yeah. But then that's that. So what I might do, I don't mind Hobbycraft. I know it's a big company, but they're quite good for bits and bobs. But I might do Sewing Street. I've bought a couple of bits off Sewing Street before, because I love John Scott. Who don't love John Scott? Oh, I love him. But I'll show you that one. But I find I don't want to ring up and talk to somebody. I would get tongue-tied. And I'm not very good with computers. But I think, because it's all put in the code, put in your password. If you've got your password, there's a new password. I find it all a bit. But I think I'm going to have to just bite the bullet. At least Sewing Street, I trust John Scott. And it is a company, isn't it? It's not a faceless Amazon or eBay. It is. So I might have to just bite the bullet and buy some of their stuff. Yeah, it's upsetting, isn't it? Might even get some up-to-date fabrics for once in my life. Treat myself. But I'm going through everything fabric-wise, getting all my threads in one place. I know it seems obvious, but I just haven't done it. We've been doing a lot of shoving upstairs because we're doing other things. We've got to stop that. Got to organise. And I'm looking at it, it's a massive pile, and it's all. Imagine taking a sewing box and shaking it and then tipping it out and doing that like 150 times. So that's plans. Plans have been made. Things are being done. That's finished. This magazine was a nice one this month. Nice, that was the kit. That was a nice little kit. Quite sweet, actually. I might make that. Not 1,000,000,001 things in there, other than what I showed you. But it's a nice magazine. I do enjoy it. I will do that other house. I do find, because I've got some little houses up on my wall, and I think it will go nice. So I will do that. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you. I might do a Mouse Mansion one next. See if you're into it. I'm going to love you and leave you. Bye. Catch you in the next video.